episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today got my boy who's locked up right now. He's doing a prison sentence. So how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. So you want to explain maybe a situation that maybe brought you to prison on one of these occasions?
On one of these bids? Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, we can go with one prior to, to where I'm at now because I don't really want to reveal my location and nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I know I can tell some stories about when I was at Jackson, man. When I was at Jackson State Prison, I did about 4 years there, as a permanent. And the cell house was 252 people in one cell house. It's 126 two-man cell. And
It's a lot of people, man.
I think I made permanent there like, I don't know, like 2008, something like that. Stayed there till about 2012. You know what I mean? Roundabouts, but I mean it was wide open, man. What didn't happen there? That's the thing. Their National Geographic was there. I seen them 2 different times while I was there. They were doing their documentaries and shit like that. We
Do
had to
people
sign
get
these
pissed
papers and
off?
stuff, to
Do
get
people
consent
get
from the
mad if you
filmers.
talk to them?
Huh?
Do people get mad if you talk to them? The
I can't hear
people
you.
with do people get mad if you talk to the people with
Hold
National
on.
Geographic? Can you hear me?
I lost you. I can hear you again now.
All
I
right.
wonder why that be happening. Sometimes it be going out and I can't hear
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on. You be talking and I can't hear you.
Yo, I was asking if do the inmates get pissed off if National Geographic's there and people talk to them?
You
Can
say
you hear
that. Say
me?
that one more time now.
Do the inmates get mad
Yeah,
if the
say it one more
people
time.
in do the inmates
That's
get
why.
mad
Right there.
when National Geographic's in there and
Oh no,
they want to
man! Look,
talk to
because
the inmates?
they brought a nah, they brought a female with them, bro. And you already know what happens with that. I mean, they went crazy, thug. Like, I mean, you had them in the showers, you had them all over the range, and they was jacking on her, bro. Like she was googly eyed to a bunch of them and shit. So they had a field day with that shit.
Yeah.
And it was wild, bro, because like they went to chow with us. They walked with the big old pole camera up over your head, and then they come in and they like got around us while we was at the tables in there in the chow. And then some crazy shit happened like the third day into it, right? They're filming in the chow hall, all right? And a dude snuck in up and went past the metal detector and walked up the wall on chicken day and blasted this dude across the neck. He got like 77 stitches across his neck while they was
So
in
he
there
cut
filming.
him? He cut him?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yes, bro. While they were recording, shit went ape shit real quick. That was wild. I was sitting like 2 tables from it, like blood splattered all over us. You know what I mean?
I wonder if I could find that episode, man.
I think they cut it. I don't
Yeah?
think they never posted that, bro. You can't do that. You wouldn't be able to find a cut like that, but like because they edited it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they cut all that out because they don't show that firsthand to hand. The only things they did while they were there, they started documentaries on Daniel Crane. They started a documentary on Izzy, which had a life sentence.
Who's that? Who's Daniel Crane?
He was a guy, a white dude, civilian. He had a screwed up case, man. His family had like a used car lot or something. I can't remember what happened, but he was like an undercover good guy, but he was hustling in the streets making money. And I think a drug deal went bad and he ended up shooting a guy through a window of a vehicle that was trying to get him. Right? So,
Yeah.
and that's how he ended up getting his time. So, and I mean, I remember the gentleman. I spoke with him a couple of times. We even hung out several occasions and even ate together. You know, because he hung out with some guys that come and bought cigarettes from me and stuff like that, and lived next door to me, and they worked out together. But they
Yeah.
did a documentary on him. I want to say Izzy, which had his story was crazy. Izzy's story, he caught a life sentence. Um, he bought some Xanaxes while he was in a hotel, and actually they were fentanyl. And he blacked
Oh
out and he
man.
killed his wife in front of his kids. And they were on vacation,
What?
and they prescribed Xanaxes like to them like at a prescription, but
Yeah.
they ran out while they were on their vacation, so they just bought them from some random
Oh
person, and they come
man.
out to be. So I met him at Jackson, and they ended up doing a documentary on him because they were so intrigued how Georgia gave him a life sentence and damn near the death penalty on something when he was temporarily insane on pills on fentanyl. It about killed him. They had to pump the shit out of him at the hospital.
Wow,
He
that's
didn't
some
know.
crazy shit.
He didn't know they were fentanyl. Neither one of them. They thought they were eating
Did
Xanaxes.
so he had no clue that he killed his whole family?
Facts. No, he didn't kill the kids. He just killed his wife in front of him, and he ran out the hotel room. He thought
Oh
somebody was trying to
man.
get him. He thought like people was trying to kill him.
That's the worst, man. One of my friends killed his baby's mama in front of the kids.
Yeah, and it was crazy because they gave him so much time, and he had all the proof showing that he was fucked up. He was fucked up.
This dude I know
So
got 60 years, man.
he got blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Compared
there's
to
a
these
chance
other cats.
he might see the light of day.
Yeah,
Maybe.
when you're 80,
Yeah.
or 90, depending on how old you were when it happened. But
I mean,
so
he was
those two
what,
cats,
28 when it happened, my friend?
those those two cats there, that's really where they kind of lean towards for National Geographic because their stories were just like top notch for the time they got. You know what I mean? So, th-
What's some of the craziest things you've seen since you've been locked up?
oh man, when they took cigarettes out of Jackson, it turned into a war zone. Like death row, like they snapped. They snap. They come up out of G house. They grabbed a hold of an officer and tied him to the bars, grabbed his keys, and they piled all their shit on fire. And they came in the E house. They had they fucked some shit up. Uh, and then back then, right when they took cigarettes out, man, a lot of wars popped off because like the economy and shit like that. And behind the walls, a lot of that shit wasn't notated because they were trying to keep it under wraps.
When did they take
Like
cigarettes out of the prison
it
down
was
there?
uh it was right after Christmas, 2000 and let's see, 2011 or like 2012 when I was at Jackson State Prison. Cause see,
They took
I
cigarettes out of Connecticut back in the 90s, man. In the late
yeah, and
90s.
see, and see, they tried to sit down, like at that point in time, I was in the state of Georgia doing a bid from 2008 to 2012. I was at Jackson State Prison. All right, so when they took the cigarettes out, like the camps like Telfair, Hayes, River State Prison, which I've also been to, Montgomery State, which I've also been to, Hayes and the Huts, you know what I mean, Archery State Prison, all these camps I've been to, they try to sit down and like not go to work. And
Yeah,
they're
like
like, all right,
have
yeah,
a strike, right?
yeah, that shit didn't work. They just used the diagnostics. At
Yeah.
Jackson, they just used the guys that were waiting to get classified. They were ready to work. Hell yeah, we'll work because you don't get out yourself for shit. So that shit
Yeah.
like backfired on Jackson. They just left everybody locked down for a couple days. They're like, we're ready to go to work. That shit
It's like,
broke.
no, you're
Let
fired,
us out
man.
of here. It was
Oh
like,
man.
because the whole cell house is 2-man cell. So with it being, that many of us, 200 and something people, and all of us got different details and shit, it was a matter of time before they were just gonna be like, okay, we're done with this. We need to go to work. We need to get some food. We got to be able to have some movement.
Yeah,
And
but I'm
it didn't
sure
take
they had a lot of cigarettes stashed around the place, right?
well now Death Row did. You know what I'm saying? Death Row was ready because you had a lot of cats that were buying them for a long period of time that didn't smoke. So they were stacking up on them. And see, in the way that that facility's run now, you have the inner facility, which houses death row and all your diagnostics, and used to be your 250 something plus permanent. All right. And then you have high maxes, which is behind the facility, which I also did time at too. After altercation, I ended up doing 18 months at high max before I went to Otter State Prison in 2000. And
Do you have to have a certain amount of time to go to that place?
no, no, no. Really, the way they do it, and see, I did time in North Carolina, but in Georgia. And see, in Georgia's different. They just like right now where I'm at right now, like you're in a dorm mixed with killers, robbers, rapers. You know, they don't classify you. They stick you all together. They're like, man, fuck that shit. That's too much work. I mean, you got
Damn.
a mixture
So you got
of
to like
everything.
basically figure it out for yourself on who's who.
Oh yeah, or look them up. Google this
There's
motherfucking
a lot of gangs in there.
ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Google them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, with me having my face covered, I can tell you that I'm GD. I can tell you that because I'm not really tripping that, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like, I mean, you got them everywhere. It don't matter where you go, you know what I'm saying? You got different affiliations everywhere. But you also got, you know, you also got people that, you know what I'm saying, they got some fucked up charges now.
What
You
do
got some
so now?
motherfuckers.
What do they do if someone with some fucked up charges comes into where you're at and they find out that the dude has
Oh,
fucked up
if they
shit?
find out, they're gonna put them on blast. You know what I mean? They're gonna let it be known. You know what I mean? And them motherfuckers gonna have a hard time. You know what I mean? Even while I've been here, this camp here is real sweet, but up, like you know what I mean. I mean, it's Chang'an wherever you go, but I mean, hell, here I've seen motherfuckers tied up under the bunk on video and all that shit. You know, especially child molesters and shit. You feel what I'm saying? You talking
Yeah.
about that shit going wherever? You know what I mean? But like, it ain't. You know what I mean? It ain't like just something that you know. It's all about you being yourself and something that you ain't. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about
Like as long as
stealing?
you're yourself, man, there it win again.
Is there a lot of stealing in there?
The audio,
Oh, you can't hear me?
I can't hear you again.
Fuck, hold on. Yo, what's good, man?
Yeah, see, I think it maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know why it does that, but see, I figured it out now, so we just reconnected and it worked.
Yeah, we'll just go out and come back in.
Yeah, see, I got my Wi-Fi above me right here on the phone. You see it on this other phone right here?
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, there's somewhere right here. So, okay.
So yo, has there been anyone tried to escape from that facility where you're at?
Oh man, please. Uh, I mean, really, if somebody wanted to, they probably could because everywhere all over right now there's a shortage of staff. But I mean, like, you know, what I mean, people try to really just, you know, maintain and you know finish you know finish their time up like far as in the area where I'm at
Is it
and
easy to get over on the staff because they're short staffed right now?
they don't never come in here except just for main counts really.
Yeah. So you do
You
whatever the
know
fuck you want, basically, right?
it is what it is, baby. The
So
wolf world, man.
when coronavirus started happening, were people in there panicking?
Nah, we were just preparing for it. You know, I had a homegirl of mine out in Cali, man, that works the virology center. She sent me a pH level chart. I just passed it out. It was like, well, we better get ready because you know, what I mean, once it hits, it's it.
And was there a lot of people in there that caught it?
Oh yeah, shit, I caught it. You know what I'm saying? I had it too. Uh, you know that shit. You know what I mean? I had it for like 2 days, and then the after effect of the taste and smell for I don't know about 7 8 days, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
I
this
just
shit's
fought. I
no
just fought
joke.
it. I just fought it with some garlic and some booster shit like some orange juice and pineapples and the shit that I could get off store, and then I took like some garlic that we get from the kitchen, and you know what I mean, and just made me like pH booster drinks. And then when I seen it worked on me, I got me some amoxicillin, popped amoxicillin with it, workout, jog in place, go run and shit, and bust a sweat, hit hot showers,
Yeah.
and that shit was up out of me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. Now the 2 nights when I was fighting it off, like I was so fucking cold. Like even though I was wrapped up in all types of blankets and a big ass fucking jacket and all this shit, I was still
Yeah.
shivering. My teeth was chattering, but I was goddamn sweating, Holmes.
Weird shit, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
shit.
man, what type of shit this is? They said they count next door. Yep. We're gonna have to cut for a second here in just a minute.
All right,
and then
man.
you know what I mean? Then we'll continue back on when they get done count. But so damn and at night when I sleep, Staxx, goddamn, it was like I was fighting demons, like they was picking at me and shit, like in my sleep. That shit was
What you were
wild,
like
bro.
hallucinating and shit?
Yes, cause I was so feverish. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like, and I was like seeing them pick at me like from above. They were like probing me like I was a fucking experiment. I was like, right here's some goddamn man-made created shit right here, man. Excuse me.
Did they?
So
Where? Oh, you got the count coming, right?
yeah, you know, he said they next door. So, but you know what I'm saying? Damn, and I mean, shit. After I beat it, I didn't catch it. I was around people that had it right then and there. Was sweating, and I never caught it again. So my
Were they
body built antibodies.
quarantining people once they caught it?
Hell yeah, boy, you be gone for your ass gone 14, 20 days.
Oh, they put you in a separate place, a separate block or something.
Yeah, to move your ass ASAP. And they still do that. They still run that routine now when people catch.
So they got a block with a whole bunch of sick people on it.
Yeah. And there's people who died here, across the hall, down that way, over this way. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people that died here.
Yeah, man. One prisoner I was talking to, his the guy across the cell died, and they left him in there for 2 days, man.
They coming in and cut right quick.
All right, bro.